good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Oh, let me be sure. Let me get right over here. All right, turn it around a little bit. Okay, like that. Like that. Hold on. Get out of the shot for a minute. How's everybody this Sunday? Sunday afternoon. The 15th of February. February is about the only month where the 15th is not the middle of the month. It's like over the middle. Because it's only 28 days. And I'm sure y'all know all of that. All right. So we are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting. Urban Therapy with Sun Show. I'm your host, Sun752. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feel like real men and women should as well. Today on the Urban Therapy with Sun Show, we're talking about the possibility of rebuilding trust. The possibility of rebuilding trust. What do you know about losing trust and having to rebuild it some kind of way? Now, that's whether you lost trust in somebody and they had to try to rebuild it with you, or whether somebody lost trust in you and you had to try to rebuild it with them. Trust is one of those crazy things, man. Trust is a crazy concept that is like ultra necessary in this world. Our very existence and our ability to get comfortable probably rests on the shoulders of trust. And, you know, trust is one of the easiest things to lose and one of the hardest things to ever get back. What's going on? Stacy White checking in. You know what I mean? Representing for the D all day, every day. Detroit, Michigan. Also, Grown Woman Don't Try Me, a.k.a. CC, all up in the house. What's going on, man? How you feeling? Good to see you always. And my brother Ansel Jones. Baltimore brother, can't leave him alone. What up, my dude? What up? Good to see y'all. So that's what we're talking about today. The possibility of rebuilding trust. And I had to say the possibility of rebuilding trust because it's not always a guarantee that it's going to happen. It's not always a guarantee that somebody is going to trust you again after losing trust. And even if they get the trust back for you, will it ever be the same way as it was before they lost it in you? Can it? Well, we're going to see. We're going to talk about it, be about it, get involved. These puzzle pieces right now, we going to solve, y'all. Tori 2200. What up, Mom? What's good? Always good to see you. Always, 100% of the time. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, once you lose trust, it's hard to get it back. Easy as hell to lose, hard as hell to get back. So we're going to talk about it. So let's get into it, yo. Last time you trusted somebody, they left you out there like somebody. It was more like nobody. And the trust was real, yo. You can't move without the trust because the trust is necessary for us. If you ain't got no trust in someone, you gonna leave them alone. Yeah, cause it ain't fun. Yeah, I had trust for her and she lost trust for me. But it is what it is, and it is what it's going to be. So I try to get it back and I tried to rebuild her with like that, but it didn't work. So we had to go our separate ways. It be like that some days. You can't always make it with somebody, even if you like it somebody. Somebody ain't for everybody. And you might not be for no one, and they ain't for you. And that ain't no fun. You're under the gun. Yeah. Don't be stunned when a friend of yours for years be backstabbing you. Happens to the best. Happens to yo. Word. I ain't doing this right. Let me do it right. There we go. Rebuilding trust, baby. When was the last time you had to do it? When was the last time you lost trust in somebody? And it was hard because you might not have wanted to leave them alone, but you know that you couldn't keep it the same as you were. So the illest part about this whole trust thing is sometimes you might have to move without trust. So you might have had trust before, or you might have been on the fence with trust. But because the situation will not allow you to just leave it alone, might be money involved, might be bloodline involved, your kids, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's one thing that all parents try to establish with their children at a young age? Trust, trust, trust. I know all of y'all moms and probably y'all dads told y'all, warned y'all, do not lie to me. Don't lie. Don't lie to me. And what do? We lied to them. So it's bigger than the ass whooping that you might have got. It might have resulted in you not being able to go places, hang out for a while. You know how it go. It's not a good look. So, you know, one thing we learned at a real young age is that trust is important. But we don't be listening. We don't always be listening. Sometimes we feel like they just listen. Yeah, they hating, telling me to be waiting on something. Yeah, it's like a date, and yeah, I wanted to hang out with my friends, so I did that shit. Got my ass beaten the end, but it was worth it. No, it wasn't worth it because you couldn't go out again, you dumbass. No trust, no trust, no trust, no trust. Sneaking boys in the house, yo. I see you, shit. I see you, girl. Sneaking boys in the house. That nigga jumped out the back window. You know your pop saw that shit. You got your ass whipped. What? Got your girl pregnant at like 14. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? It's a hellified situation, baby. But we've all seen it. We've all seen it. All of us have seen or known people who got pregnant at a real young age. I'm talking stupid young, 12 and up. Hopefully it wasn't 11, because I haven't heard of situations like that. And you know, so you basically lost trust from your parents while you were still a baby and had a baby. How you gonna only be 11 or 12 years older than your child? And you know, you might look at it like, well, that was sexual assault. Well, the boy was only 12 too, 13. I mean, you know, I don't want to make it so ugly, but hey, man, it is what it is. Shit that we gotta deal out here. People be trying to act like, oh, that's just some ghetto shit. Like people with money, educated people, and all that shit don't get horny and fuck up. My bad, man. I fucked up the beat. Like they don't get horny and fuck up with birth control or lack of sexual education, you know? So let's talk about it. Hit that like button, y'all. Stop being stingy. Don't be stingy with the likes, y'all. We don't want to do that. We're going to have a nice little talk today. And hopefully, y'all trust me enough to follow through with this conversation. My brother from another Norris Hill. I said, sit back, relax, do your thing and chill. I said, my brother from another mall. Bump City, all up in the place. Yo, always good to see your fucking face. That's my mans, you know how it go. Yo, 100 bands. That's 100 grand. Not enough to, yo, say he ain't my man. Yo, trust is due. Yo, respect is down too. Let's get it poppy, y'all. 7, baby, can we talk? Y'all know it. Sun 7, Mac 11, 7, can we talk? Sun 7, Mac 11, 7, I said, can we talk? Sun 7, Mac 11, 7, I said, can we talk? All right, Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Sunday from 2 p.m. till around 3:30-ish. And the reason that we say 3:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Sunday. And it is Sunday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should as well. Today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we are talking about the possibility of establishing trust. I said, yes, when you lose trust in somebody, when somebody has initially had your trust, when they have initially had your trust, so you would give them leeway, enough rope to hang themselves, and they did just that. And now you've lost trust in them. How hard is it for them to get trust back from you? Now, I'm sure that it probably depends on the situation because not all distrustful or loss of trust situations are the same, right? So like if somebody stole one, I'm sorry, let's not use that word. If someone borrowed a CD from you or a DVD from you without asking, you might, look at them sideways like, When I asked about that CD or that DVD, they said they didn't have it. But when I went over their crib, I saw that they had it. And it was never at their crib because I never took it there. And I know it was mine because I always label my CDs and DVDs with my name on it. And what did I see? My name on it. Now, you might think like, all right, people will steal your CDs and DVDs. At least they didn't take it to a place where I couldn't get it back. Maybe they borrowed it, taped it, gave it back, burned it, whatever. I used to tape the CDs because I had a cassette deck, double cassette deck. But so that might not be as bad as somebody stealing a decent amount of money from you, or pointing you to a scam where you would lose a lot of money and they were a part of it. Some kind of scam, some kind of scheme, some kind of deceptive, business transaction. So, yeah. But nonetheless, some people don't grade on a curve. Some people don't grade on a curve. If you ever steal anything from them, it's like, they don't give a fuck if it's 2 pennies. And I can't be mad at them for that. You can say you can say that it's petty, but you don't feel the way somebody else feels about what happens to them in their victimization. Let me see. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Y'all know what I'm looking at. All right then. But yeah, like some people look at lying like lying. They can't stand a liar. How many people do you know? Or are you the person that says, I can't stand a liar? If you're a liar, if you're a liar, then you're probably a thief. We got that from our grandparents. We got that from our moms and our dads. Sometimes it's true. Is it always true? who can really say? You can say, no, it's not always true. How we know? We don't know if somebody stole something if we haven't been around them 24/7. Some of y'all are honest as fuck. And y'all stole something. My own mom used to steal. Remember Woolworths? That amazing 5 and dime place back in the day? Woolworth. F.W. Woolworth. My mom used to, my mom always liked plants. So she would, instead of buying a whole plant all the time, she'd break off a little piece of the plant, take it home, plant that bitch, get more plants. It's like, Mom, you stole a living thing, you stole a plant. Plants are living things, got a cell wall. She had to get to the crib, fast too. You know what I mean? Make sure that the little plant didn't die. But my mom didn't lie. She wasn't no liar. She break off a little plant off of F.W. Woolworths. And wasn't because she ain't had no money. We had money back in the day. I miss when we had money back in the day. It was a harder, simpler time. I don't have any time in my life that I say, oh, yo, I had it easy. I ain't had no, I don't, you know how people talk like that. Like, yo, when I was a kid, I miss being a kid. I ain't have a worry in the world. I ain't have a care in the world. Shit. I always had worries. I damn near had worries as a baby. Soon as I went to school, I had worries. Homework? Shit, that sounds like a worry. What happens if I don't turn it in? I guess I look at childhood through a different set of lenses. Like, I wouldn't return. I don't know about y'all. I don't look at childhood as being, a time of innocence and carefree. And I don't know. That wasn't exactly my childhood. Maybe I saw too much. And I didn't grow up bad, but maybe I analyzed it a little too much, more than the average child. But nonetheless, to be honest with you, when I was a child, that's where I learned that you can't trust everybody. I saw too many incidents where trust was violated. Now, I didn't know how to handle it or whatever, but, I didn't really even know how to process it. But I remember what I saw. I saw what I saw, and I couldn't unsee what I saw. So it's all good, baby. It's all good, baby. Stacey, why you said it's all, you think it's always true if you a lie, then you'll steal. Okay. All right. Oh. And Shell says, me and another military member had a falling out 20 years ago. It will never be the same. Yeah, sometimes things get said, sometimes things get done that can't be reversed. Tori said, no, you didn't say, well, yes, I did. I used to love Woolworths. They had nice toys. They had the good toys in Woolworths. And see, my mom, I don't know about y'all, but my mom wasn't the type that, if you went to the store with her, she didn't feel like she had to buy everything. Like, if one child got something, everybody had to get something. She ain't do that shit. She was like, look, if you on site, then you get something. Or you didn't get nothing just because you was on site. But if you was on site, you got something. So I get back to the crib, cap guns, water guns, Dunkin' yo-yos. I was good with the yo-yo too. Spinning tops. We went to Woolworths. I always came home with something from Woolworths. Always. And my sisters, they ain't get shit. They was older than me anyway. They ain't had no business getting anything that I got. But I kind of like that about my mom. If one get it, then all the kids got. Get the fuck out of here. Was we all born on the same day? We wasn't all born on the same day, were we? All right, then everybody ain't getting the same thing on the same day. It don't work that way. No. I said no. T. Carey Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. What's good? How you feeling? And what's that? Note one. Stacey said, if your mama stole something, it was called swipe. Look, she called it taking it. I took a little piece of the plant, broke it off. Some shit she said. She sure didn't categorize it or label it as stealing. That was my word for it. And look, CC gonna say, that's not stealing, LOL, the plant broke. Must be an Aquarius thing. Must be an Aquarius thing. Yo, thieving ass Aquarius, say. Be stealing, say. Be stealing. Tori said propagating plants are real things. What? Oh, so this is a female thing. Oh. Note one says, just say the dog ate your homework. Nonetheless, if you got to come up with a lie, then like I said, it wasn't as carefree as I wanted it to be. I don't miss not doing homework. I never liked doing homework. When I used to have to do it, and of course I always did it, but you know what I mean? It was like a sigh of relief. But then it happened the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Time, my brother, time was good. Was good. Always good to see you, my brother. That's what's up. Cece said, remember Kitty City? They had the toys. Well, listen, I grew up in Germantown. And I don't know if you remember, they had a Kitty City on Shelton Avenue. They had a Kitty City right there on Shelton Avenue. I was like, this is beyond great. See, back in the days, neighborhoods, you didn't have to go downtown or to no malls. They had stores. There was mad commerce in the city. Shelton Avenue between Wayne Avenue. Really? All right, we're going to say that. No. We're going to say between Pulaski Avenue and Germantown Avenue, stores galore. There used to be this department store called Allen's. I think it was called Allen's. Something with an A. It was something with an A. They had Sears. They had Sears right there. It was either on Shelton Avenue or right there on Wayne Avenue, Wayne and Shelton. Man, there's two supermarkets right down the street from each other. They had a Kitty City, or was it Playtown? Don't matter. Don't matter. Allen's department store. They had all kinds of shit, man. Shit. You know what I mean? By the time I started getting older, all that shit was starting to disappear. It was starting to dry up. Starting to dry up. It's all good. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Tori said the orange whipped drink was good. Yo. The hot dogs at Woolworths was like that. Get me a fly ass hot dog. I think that shit cost like $0.25. Get me the hot dogs. Yo, the food let's just put it that way. The food at Woolworths was like that. That was real food. You ain't need no McDonald's. You know, go to Woolworths. Real food. Get a breakfast up in that gym. It's nice. It's nice. I believe that the color of the stools in the background was like this color at Woolworths. Teal. I believe I remember that. I believe. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I believe I think that's Yup. Nice ladies who work there. Carla, what's going on, man? Always good to see me, you. You like this hoodie? That's what's up. Appreciate you. This is nowhere near new. You know what I mean? We have many shows with this hoodie showing. I like Russell sweats because they don't cost a lot. But them shits is worthy. This thing nice and thick. You know what I mean? Nice and thick. Russell is cheaper than Champion. Shout out to Champion. The Champion is dope. Let's see. I am Aquarius proud too. Oh, thieving ass Aquarius, stealing plants. That's kidnapping. You stole a life and built a life. For shame. For shame. For shame. Tisk, tisk. All right. Tom says 752 facts. We had stores. The only time you had to go downtown is when you was going to the big stores and forget Payless. They were going to McCann. To Tom McCann. Yo! Tom McCann. Favor. That's what I'm talking about. Favor, baby. Favor. Buster Brown. What you know? What you know? What you know about your baby, your newborn, having those corrective shoes to make sure that they walk right? What you know about that? What you know about after they grew out of those white, hard bottom corrective shoe boots? You hanging them shits on the mirror of your car. What you know? What come on now. What you know about the corrective white shoes? What you know? What you know about the corrective white shoes? See, you had to be a good parent. Those white shoes, the hard bottoms, just was babies was walking right, you know what I mean? You can get them legs. You could be bow-legged, but I bet you them feet was no flat foot around here. We got arches because of them shoes. White corrective shoes. Caring parents know what I'm talking about. That's word. Yeah. My biggest regret is that my baby never had those corrective shoes. She might be walking right, but it don't feel the same. You know what I mean? That's why me and her mom was on the outs. I was like, you ain't buying the right shoes for my baby. This shit is fucked. Yo. That's grounds for divorce. It's grounds for breakup. It's grounds for never paying child support. What you mean my baby can't have a corrective shoe? I need to wear them. I need to put them in my car, on top of the mirror. You know what I mean? The rear view mirror. I had them baby shoes. Shout out to white baby corrective shoes. Shout out to white corrective shoes. Shout out to white baby corrective shoes. Yo. All right. Hold on. My brother from another mother, Nars Hill, says, for me, it was if trust is fractured or lost, chances are there's no coming back from that. Like when a woman says she is done and mean it. I've heard them say that shit and they was lying. Well, that wasn't lying, but they wasn't all the way telling the truth. Sometimes that shit is a threat. Sometimes, not all the time. Like, I know what you're saying. Ansel says, my office had a pie in the face contest. Wow, wait a minute. On Osan Air Base in Korea, it was the people that put money on each other that messed mine up. I don't know. Cause those hot dogs at Woolworth even smelled. So I'm trying to tell you, the food at Woolworths was top notch. That shit was top notch. I mean, yeah, even the mustard was premium. I was like, what kind of mustard is this, man? This shit. You know, when you a little kid, 6, 7 years old, a hot dog fill you up good. You be good for hours with a hot. Shit, these YNs these days telling you can't eat a hot dog. They call it a glizzy. And now eating a hot dog is like on some old sexual shit. I'm like, you know what the problem is? Y'all gay. Y'all young ass. Anybody and almost everybody born after the year 2000 is gay. But they not going to take away simple language. They not going to take away the English language that I had to learn and perfect and memorize. A hot dog is a good thing. Don't give a fuck what you say. And it might not be good for your health these days, but I don't remember nobody dying of hot dog poisoning back in the day. That shit was good beef or pork. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right, what we got? Tom says, I'm definitely an Aquarius too. Like I said, if I was a bartender and I wasn't getting paid enough, I'm hustling. I'm stealing bottles and selling them. Hey, look, man, I ain't mad at that. But we talking about plants at Woolworths. That's probably because of you Aquarians. That's probably why ain't no Woolworths. Where's the Woolworths? Where's the McCrory's? There was another 5 and dime back in the day. Name some 5 and dime stores. Damn, it ain't funny. 5 and dime, like these kids, anybody born after like 1985 don't even know what I'm talking about. They like, what's a 5 and dime? Never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh man. Tom says, son, don't forget about those jelly sandals the girls used to wear back in the day. And they had different colors, but they was mostly water clear. Yo, them cheap ass sandals. Get a pair of Dr. Scholl's. They good for your legs. Dr. Scholl's. Yeah, I mean, girls' legs was looking good shit in a pair of Dr. Scholl's. I still don't understand how y'all walk that far in a pair of Dr. Scholl's. You know what I mean? Little buckle thing over the sandal, whatever. I mean, them little young legs was looking sexy. An 8-year-old girl is sexy to another 8-year-old boy. Unfortunately, it is to some. All right. We talking about trust, right? Okay, all right, cool. Stacey White, it's not a threat all of the time. All right. Dr. Darnell, what's up? What up? Good to see you. Yeah. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill says, Tom, how much for a fifth of Grand Marnier? Grand Marnier is kind of sweet. It was pretty good. Grown Woman Don't Try Me says, no, the hot dogs at Grant's were better with the butter toasted buns. They would see. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. That shit sound good now though, and I know Grant's ain't around no more. But that shit, a butter toasted bun. What? Shit, that sound like something you eat without the hot dog. That shit sound like it tastes better than the biscuits at Red Lobster. And you know the best thing at Red Lobster is the damn biscuits. Yo, give us another set of biscuits. Fuck that nasty ass. Like that cheap ass. Yo, man, let me put my drums away. Fuck that nasty ass. That Admiral's Feast, the ultimate feast. You know what I mean? Shit is like a McDonald's menu. That shit garbage. 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 But it's all good. Hold on, y'all. Hold on for a second. Hold on. I gotta take care of something. I gotta take care of something. Ain't here for no front and just to say a little something. Ain't here for no front and just to say a little, a little, little, a little, little. All right, we good. Levels is good. Levels is good. Levels is good. All right. So, okay, what else we got? I'm in reading position now. All right. 59. All right. $59 for a fifth of Grand Marnier? Damn. So let me tell you something about hot dogs. That was when your mama did not want to cook, and she put the ketchup mustard on the table. Relish. Ah, but yep, yep. But my mom must have cooked every damn night. Cause my mom don't believe, like, you know what? I think it was because my mom grew up poor. And I think that she pledged to herself, I will never eat poor again. I honestly believe that that's the promise and the pledge that she made to herself. I think she pledged to herself, I will never eat meatless again. I will never eat cheap again. I don't give a fuck what I gotta do. We gonna have real food in the crib. We not gonna have to eat meatless. We ain't gonna have no spaghetti without no meat sauce and no meatballs. Yeah, she ain't play. She ain't play. Man, my mom used to ask me what I wanted to eat every single morning. I'm like 3-4 years old. I ain't know what to say. So what I used to say? Bacon and eggs or whatever. I ain't know I could have had Bob Evans sausage every day. I didn't know that shit. She asked me what I want to eat. She said, ask me what you want to eat today, Omar. Bacon and eggs? I didn't know what else to order. I didn't know I could have had. You know what I mean? She's a cook. I could have had waffles. I could have had pancakes. I could have had steak. No bullshit. She ain't play when it came to the grub. She did not play at all. No days off. Even the nasty food was good, like liver. Oh man. All right. Stacey says, I did not like those jellyfish shoes. They hurt my feet. I don't know how y'all wore them shits. Them damn cheap ass sandals. Them just was terrible. Child says, I believe you missed my Woolworths comment. I did, but I went back and grabbed. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me see. What you got? What you got? Oh no, I got you. I think I got it. Oh, what you said? Oh, you said Woolworths had burger, French fries, and shakes. They had big wheels and they had bicycles and they had everything. Picture frames. They did. When mom said she was going to work, I said, I'm with. Yeah, you're right. And I did miss that comment. Good. Thanks for making me go back and grab that. Woolworths was a store. That shit was the truth. That was the truth. I think we're getting close to the end. Carla says, if their feet not clean, they can't wear those jellyfish sandals. I mean, Stacey got me saying jellyfish. Those jelly bean sandals. That's what they were. Jelly beans. There you go. Leave it to Carla. She knows what she's talking about. Grown woman, no Travis. I forgot you was a youngin'. Yeah. Only to you. I'm old to everybody else. Tom says Woolworth was like Walmart with big wheels, bikes, little kids' bikes, and they had rides in the Woolworths. They had rides. You know what I mean? They had rides in the Woolworths. It's very family friendly. Five and dime, very friendly five and dime store. Very friendly. Stacy says those Red Lobster biscuits are still, yeah, they are. It's the best. I think it's the best thing they had and have. Red Lobster has lobster pizza now. It's pretty good. And they got what you call that shit? They got seafood boil. Now they got seafood boil. I'm like, now y'all got seafood boil now? Red Lobster with the seafood boil. Really? You got that? Okay. Because the last time I went to Woolworths, the last time I went to Red Lobster was only a few weeks ago. When my daughter wanted to go. She liked dead lobster. I call it dead lobster. We went. And so says going to BBQs. Going to barbecue. Some houses people will not eat. Oh yeah, you gotta scrutinize who made the this, who made the that, who made them devil eggs, who made that potato salad. She said, I can relate to Miss Rosie. Is right. I ain't eating pork no more. Either had. I mean, I can dig it. I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't good times over here. Like look. Ain't nobody rich, but everybody work. This ain't no good times. We ain't gonna be eating no beans with nothing but seasoning in them. You know what I mean? You eat pork, throw a ham hock up in that bitch. You don't eat pork, throw a turkey butt up in that. Yo, it's gonna be ain't gonna be just no beans. Oh man, what up, CC? What's good? How you feeling, man? Thanks for coming through. Like said, nothing like Walmart. Fuck Walmart. Woolworths didn't mess up the community. Walmart did. All right. Tom says we did go to McDonald's. We did not go to McDonald's. We did not go to Burger King. We did not go to what like Wendy's. But I already thought Wendy's. We went to Woolworths before any of those fast foods. Wendy's was good back in the day, though. Wendy's was good. Okay. All right, we good. So, all right. So now that we've gone back to Throwback Thursday, back down memory lane. Let's talk about this. The possibility of reestablishing trust. The possibility of reestablishing trust. What do y'all know? What do you know about losing trust for somebody and having to get it back? Or trying to get it back? I ain't gonna say having to get it back. Or somebody losing trust in you. Let's go there first before we jump on everybody else. Has anyone ever lost trust in you, whether it was justified or not? Have you ever been in a position where you know that you messed up with somebody and you found, they found out about it or whatever, and now they don't trust you? Now it can be anything. Don't let your mind get too don't let it gravitate toward the negative too fast, because when boys are playing sports back in the day, let's say y'all playing football. Y'all playing football on the street. So one car is the end zone and the one tree or pole is the other end zone. Well, when you pick teams based on who can catch the ball, because football on the street is all quarterbacking and wide receiving. There's no running backs and nothing like that. You know what I mean? Everybody go out and they try to catch the ball. and the other team who was on defense. That's the funny thing. Everybody, like when you play street football, offense and defense is on the same side. But if you can't catch, nobody is going to throw you the ball. So whoever is playing quarterback, or as we used to say, I got quarter. I got quarter. We never said the whole, I'm playing quarterback. We never said that. I got quarter. Who playing quarter? I am. Such and such can throw. Same thing. If such and such couldn't throw the ball right, or they couldn't throw far, he's not going to get picked to be quarterback. So if you can't catch, no matter what route you run, you're not going to get the ball thrown to you because you may have dropped the ball a few times. Cause people, and kids, young boys, they take their sports very seriously. So if you drop enough footballs, you're going to get picked last on the team. You may only get picked in order to even the teams out. You can't have one team that got, I don't know, let's say 7 people on it and the other one that only had 5. So it got to be 6 and 6. Well, you might only got picked 6th because you can't catch. So how do you reestablish trust that you can, that you practice, got your little dropsies problem together? I don't know, but you already lost trust from whoever's playing quarterback. Everybody on the team know that you can't catch. So nobody's going to drop. They're not going to design no plays for you. They're not going to tell you, yo, just outrun them. You don't have no trust. You dropped the ball 3 times close to the touchdown line, end zone. It was the touchdown line on the street. So you got to catch the ball. You got to find a way to let everybody know that you can catch from now on and that you can be relied on to catch. And remember, if y'all play with a Nerf football, a Nerf wasn't easy to catch. It was easy to throw, but it wasn't easy to catch. A real football was easier to catch than a Nerf. So if you was good at catching a Nerf football, you was a real football player, a real wide receiver or whatever. So, it happened. So you had to let them know, like, look, maybe you went out with somebody, and let them throw you the ball one-on-one and y'all practice. So you showed them, like, look, I can catch now. I'm good. I don't have no more. I won't be dropping the ball. But you had to reestablish that trust. You lost it. You lost it. Now, this might be a petty example to some of y'all, but it starts there. It starts places like there. And losing trust is losing trust. You have to find a way to get it back. Reestablish it. Stacey White says, Omar, you know how I feel about beans. Man, beans are a good thing, but not all by themselves. Like nothing but beans. At least give me some rice. Give me something. Tori said, I had the jelly jacket with the roller skate print on the back. I wore my roller skates everywhere. I was the neighborhood tootie. Get out of here. You skate backwards real good? Because not everybody, I figure if you know how to skate backwards real good, then you was like king or queen of the rink, and you was showing off. Because people who can skate backwards love to show off. Carla says, my daughter used to cry to ride the horse in the corner of Woolworths. I'm trying to tell you. Listen. Listen. You had a daughter? While Woolworths was still, Woolworths still had rides? Get out of here. You ain't that old. You was born in 63. You're a year younger than my oldest sister. Hmm. All right. CC said, I'm someone who thinks they can't trust. Oh, if someone who thinks they can't trust me because of a joke that was told by someone else, it's their loss, not mine. Okay, I understand. Tom says, I'm so glad I'm allergic to seafood. All right, all right. And so says, can't take everyone moving on up. Some people don't know if they ghetto friend or boogie friend. What's a boogie friend? I never heard that before. Caller says, once I lost trust, it's not coming back. No, 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 no. That sounds serious. Never? Damn. Tom said Woolworths had stuffed animals. They had doll houses. They had stuffed little girls like in there. Woolworths saved a lot of Christmases for broken, struggling people. Thank God for Woolworths. Now that is the most glaring praise of Woolworths I've ever heard, but I ain't mad at it. He says, son, don't forget that you can get a fish tank and you can get stuff for your animals that, yo, you right. And let me not forget, you can get fish to go in the fish tank. They had it. They definitely had it. Tom says, a Nerf football helped me catch a regular football because once I started catching a Nerf ball with one hand, it became the Nerf. The Nerf was the training ground. CC. Grown woman don't try me. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you for that super. You said just because you don't deserve it. But I ain't mad at that. Yo, I'm happy about that. I got $20. That's gonna equal like YouTube gonna take like 8. But I got it. Thank you. I appreciate you mucho. 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 I can't get off work now because Woolworths had skateboards, they had roller skates, they had hockey sticks, hockey equipment. They did. So he says, yep, I skate backwards and spin. Still do too. Okay. All right, all right. All right. Meet me out on the drive. I'll show you. I'll show you. I ain't gonna show you how to skate backwards because I suck at it. I can do it, but I ain't fast and be spinning and showing off like y'all do. All right. Carla says, it's a whole job when everybody trusts you. It's a big payback. It's a big backpack to carry. I can understand it. My brother from another mother, Nars Hill, says, when the former significant acquaintances created distance from me, I tend to be over analytical, replay situations and conversations instead of flying off the handle. All right, you said, okay. Yes, I'm 63, daughter 45. Oh, you was young. You had a baby when you was young. You was barely 18. Ooh. A little hot Virgo. Hot. Hot. On fire. they, they they say the Virgo is the virgin. Say yes, I was bad. Yo. 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 Yo, one time for admitting it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck it, you made it. You made it. Okay. Stacy says, I will give somebody another chance. 3-strike rule. Oh, damn. 3 strikes? That's a lot of leeway right there. That's a lot of leeway. All right. All right. Okay. I don't know. When it comes to trust, I think for myself, I think I give everybody trust up front. It's yours to either cultivate or lose. You know, when you lose trust with me, you can get it back, but you can't get it back the same way. And there are plenty of times where I've moved on without the trust because it's not always possible to just cut off somebody or cut off a situation. Like, for example, you might not trust your job no more. They may have done some shady things, got rid of some people that, you didn't like how they set some people up, how they did some people dirty. So you don't trust them not to do it to you. But in the meantime, you still work there. And you might not even have no plans to leave no time soon, but you might be putting your ducks in a row because of your lack of trust in your financial institution. Or it's not your financial institution. That would be your bank, but your place of business. So you might not trust them. You might not trust your coworkers. You might not trust the execs. You might not trust the company. But at the same time, you might need that job for the time being. And so even without the trust, you watching your back and watching the things that you do and stepping carefully, but you don't trust them. But you can't just cut them off right now. Like, shit, I ain't trying to be you know what I mean? Trying to be without no job right now. You know? I mean, I went through something like that recently. I need this job. I'm used to this income. I can't just be like, you know what, fuck y'all. I don't like the way y'all do things. And I'd be lying if I'm always that way with women or friends. I've had my trust violated, but I know that I've also violated trust before and didn't get cut off by some people. Yeah, I've probably gotten more chances, second chances, second chances, third second chances, probably more than I deserve. So, I look at the whole rebuilding trust thing through a different set of lenses. And I'm not really sure if when I have violated trust in someone, if they have been able to rebuild the trust that they had in me. Now, I need to ask y'all something. Let me ask y'all this. Is trust in someone and belief in someone the same thing? Let me get this hand oil while y'all answer that. Is trust in someone and belief in someone the same thing to you? Trust and belief. Is it the same thing? Or does it even require the same thing? Let me see. No answers? No answers yet? All right. Well, that's what I want to know because you might believe in someone or something. I'm not sure if that automatically means that you trust it. And just because you trust in someone, I'm not sure if that means that you automatically believe in it. Like, what if you trust that something will be messed up and you have proof time and time again that it's going to be on some bullshit and it proved itself time and time again. You may not believe in it. Shit, I might have to ask, is believing in something and believing something the same thing? Nah, no, because believing something can be situational, right? Like I might have believed what you said me last time, but maybe not this time. This time I think you lying. You're lying, sir. You're lying, ma'am. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, says trust and belief are different. Stacey says she's thinking. And so Jones says, my coworker, I didn't like, got into a fight, then remembered. Then I remember I had to see them every day. Grown Woman Don't Try Me says, definitely different. Okay. All right. So we might be getting somewhere here. Stacey says, I don't think it's the same thing. What is that? I'm all in your business. It's just a little oil. My hands are fucked up. Like, y'all see them cracks and shit? And you see that yellow shit coming through? It's because I eat turmeric. And the turmeric comes through your, it actually comes out of your skin. It had me thinking I got jaundice. I got no jaundice. Gotta stop fucking with that turmeric all heavy. Gotta stop fucking with the turmeric all heavy, baby. And y'all know I don't use no lotion or nothing like that, but I gotta get it together. That ain't gonna work. I ain't had no lemon in the jar. Oh no. I mean, I can drink tea without lemon, but I don't like to. I gotta have some citrus up in mine. So let me get this lime popping. Gotta get the lime popping, baby. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, I'm out of the shot for a minute, but if my mama ain't going to eat poor, I'm not going to eat lemonless. That's what I'm not going to do. That's what I'm not going to do. I ain't got to live my life this way. Don't have to live like a refugee. Don't have to live like a refugee. All right. All right. You said that's old age? Is that what it is? Then I've been old for a long ass time. Shit, this damn tea been cooling off for like over an hour. 2 hours now. Easily. But that's how hot it be. Get the lime popping, baby. Get the lime popping. Whoop. Damn near missed the cup. Got the table. All right. So you said turmeric is not your friend. Well, they say health-wise it is. They say. But I don't want to be out here looking like Trump. All orange and shit. He all orange and shit. Hold on, I gotta shake this. All right. Okay, all right. It's all right. Everything is gonna be all right. Thank you. All right. So, yeah. Let me see. Try cocoa butter for your hands. Okay. So when we start talking about losing trust or having trust lost, you know, if you think about the times, that somebody has lost trust in you or lost faith in you, it may not have been over something that you really did wrong. Sometimes people have expectations of you that you never promised to fulfill, or may not even be interested in fulfilling, but they still have these expectations of you. And, now they don't trust you for something, and you may need someone to trust in you for something. You never know. You never know what life is going to throw at you, but you may be in a situation where trust is required. Let's just say that. You may need someone to trust in you because you need to get something done. It might be something beneficial. Shout out to my brother on my father's side. Shout out to my brother on my father's side. Thanks for calling into the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. What's on your mind today?
You already knew I was gonna call in, bro.
Well, I'm just saying.
I think you like, well, let me see what Troy going through this week. Let me put this shit up here.
Well, it might have been the spirit of our Father that compelled you to call in.
Hey, I mean, shit, if I had the spirit of your father in me, I wouldn't be going through half the shit I'm going through.
Listen, you never know, Troy.
That's the truth.
You never know.
One thing I do know, he was cool as the other side of the pillar.
All I'm saying.
I know this what you got in you, bro, because you go from Bill Cosby with the sweaters to Bill Cosby with the hoodie. I'm waiting for the Hillman sweater to hit you.
Shoot, if it was up to me, I would wear sportswear just about every day. It's just not. It's not up to me. I like to, feel loose.
Well, you like when you dress down, you dress up.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah, take that.
I will take that.
But yeah, man. I was sitting here and I was looking at some of the show. I got treated like you the pastor because you always preach it to the choir, and then I gotta elaborate on it. So my thing is, the only way you can rebuild trust is if that individual or individuals, unless relationship wise, the individual has to be able to accept accountability. Because you can sit back and rebuild the trust, and they're not accountable. They don't want to accept accountability. They want to assess blame on the reason why they done something, but don't want to accept accountability for the reason why they want to heal a relationship. And even when you do get back together or work it out, whether it's through working at work or in a relationship with your job, or a relationship with your wife or your girlfriend, you would sit back, and after you do all that, no matter how much they forgive you, they don't forget. And when a disagreement or an argument comes back up, it rehashes itself. Remember, you did X, Y, Z, instead of just harping on the situation going in. Therefore, there's no way you can rebuild trust when you keep opening the stitches up and opening that wound back up. So you're never going to be able to get to the point where the trust is very healed, going to ever heal.
Okay, but if we're talking about rebuilding trust, doesn't it have to damn near physically be rebuilt? Like, all right, so when I was talking about how if you was playing football in the street and you drop some passes and now nobody I'm throwing to you no more, you're going to have to show somebody that you can catch again.
Right.
in order to, show them like, all right, no, I'm good. I know I had a case of the dropsies a few times, but you know what I mean? Look, me and you, we gonna go out. You gonna throw me, you can throw me 50 passes. I'm gonna catch them all. Show you that I can be trusted for you to throw me a ball again. You rebuilt the trust. You can't just be like, well, I saw him catch the ball. No, he caught the ball a few times in some games, so he's sort of inconsistent. Yes or no? Nah, because I'm not sure that when you talk about rebuilding trust, I'm not sure if forgiving has anything to do with it. You got to show. Rebuilding is a verb. You know what I mean? You got to show that you can be trusted again. So, I mean, it may be the case where you have to create, scenarios where you can show that in these situations, like the last situations, I can be trusted. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if forgiving has anything to do with it, because I can forgive you. That don't mean that I trust you. It just means that I'm, all right, we still cool, but I'm not gonna fuck with you in that same way, like with what I was doing before. Like, nah, So this ain't got nothing to do with forgiveness. I gotta show you that I can be trusted again. I can be relied on. I can be counted on.
So in a relationship where you had cheated on, how do you show that you can rebuild trust?
Okay, now
Through your actions, and first of all, you have to forgive that person, and that person has to be held accountable. That person has to be willing to be apologetic. That's an action, being apologetic. You understand? And when you do that, then you can move on to the next way of showing. Everything, I think everything coincides with everything. Yes, you do have to show, but you can't get to the show part unless you show accountability and forgiveness. That's just my opinion.
okay.
Everything else comes to everything you said and everything I said. I feel like everything is in that soup pot cooking together.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know.
All right. That's fine. How would I handle being cheated on? Because it has happened. Um, First of all, I have to decide if I want to be with that person anymore. That's number one.
True.
Because I don't think, for me, it's not about forgiving you. Because I might not forgive you. Like, nah, that was some bullshit. The question is, will I move on with you without the forgiveness? Because I can do that. I don't necessarily have to be able to forgive you. I mean, I don't necessarily have to forgive you in order to move on. But as far as the trust is concerned, I have to ask myself, did I lose trust for her because she cheated? Because for me, it's not automatic that I lost trust in you because of that. You may have cheated. I don't want to say justifiably, but if you knew, let's say I cheated first and now you cheated. Some people might say, nah, that's, two wrongs don't make a right. But my sense of justice say, I don't know. Hold on a second. Caller with the last number is 1162. Wait a minute. Let me get it together. I fucked it up. I did. I didn't do that right. Troy, you there? All right, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can do it right this time. Hold on. It ain't gonna work today. All right, wait a minute. Yeah, it's acting funny. Hold on. This is what I can do. Hold on. Oh, I think I know why. Damn. All right. This PC need to be updated. All right, so I'm going to have to put you on speaker so at least everybody can hear you. I'm calling with. All right, hold on. I should be able to do it. All right, hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to get this situation together. I got you. Hold on. All right, I got both of y'all. When my PC finish updating, because it got 4 minutes. It's gonna take like 4 minutes to update, but it's cool because I can still follow the show. Now, what I was saying, Troy, was, yeah, for me, I might have to, I might not be able to look at it like she was wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really the type that can know that I violated, and then even if you don't know about it or whatever, you violated, I'm gonna act like I never did nothing and blame you. My innate sense of justice won't allow that to happen. So I may not have lost trust for you. I may be able to think to myself like, well, I ain't really been treating her right. I ain't really been acting right. I've been acting like maybe I got something else going on, and she probably felt that energy, and she probably needed somebody for herself. So I may not have lost that energy. So it might be, I may not have lost trust for her. So it might be a situation where I know I have to keep my eyes on her, but I gotta decide from the gate if I want to be with her or not. Because if I still want to be with her, then I gotta act like it. You know what I mean? I can't be like on some little petty bitch shit. Like, oh, every time we get in an argument, I'm talking about how you cheated and blah blah blah. Like I ain't never do shit. You know what I mean? And acting all stupid like that. But it might be easy for her. It might be easier for her to build trust with me. But now where I may not have been looking before, now I'm paying attention. So she may be able to build back trust with me or rebuild trust with me by me seeing like, all right, she really wants to be trusted again. So she's not actively like, oh, let me show you I can trust you. You can trust me. Watch, I'm going to do this, and I'm gonna FaceTime you everywhere I go, and I'm going to check in. Like you ain't got to do all of that because my trust is going to be based on a feeling. It's not necessarily going to be based on, the things that you target to do. It's going to be based on whether I feel safe with you, whether I feel comfortable with you, because trust is about getting comfortable with somebody and feeling safe with them. So, I hear what you're saying about apologizing and all of that, and that's cool. You should definitely apologize where you have been wrong. But to rebuild trust, you're going to have to be consistent in the things that you're doing. Like, let's say, for example, you were violent. Let's say you had an anger problem. You know what I mean? You probably should have been in anger management or some shit like that. And now you've pledged to do better. You've pledged to do better. You pledged to be better. The only way that she's going to be able to trust you to not be violent again is to not be violent. So when situations come where she can clearly see that you're frustrated, that you're angry, you're not using your hands, you're not being threatening, you're not trying to scare nobody. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, so that's to me, that's how you rebuild trust, not just by showing sorrow and all that, because people can fake that. They can. I've seen people do it. I've seen people practice it. But what you can't fake is consistency, unless you are consistently fake, which would make you consistently real or authentic. So, but yeah, trust, faith, confidence is rebuilt by consistency. That's one of the main ways. Once you understand that, you can really go about being more successful. Without that, you might think that somebody needs to just forget. God damn. If 3 people want to, I know I can't do 3 people. Hold on a second.
Just forget. God damn. 3 people want to
call it with the last numbers 4215. What's good?
Yeah, what up, Bo? What up, Bo?
What up?
What up, Troy?
Hold on. We got more than just Troy. Hold on a second.
Who else we got on here?
Wait a minute. Let me see if I can merge this. Let me see.
That'd be dope.
Damn, it looked like I could do 3. Oh, shit.
Okay.
They done fucked up now. Hold on. Oh, shit. They done fucked up now. Somebody call in and see if we can do 4. Hold on. I'm gonna push. You know what I mean? You know, niggas gotta push the. I gotta push the limits. Hold on. I gotta get see if we can get on.
Call, baby.
Hold on. Okay. My PC. Where's that? Where that at? Phone. There we go. Oh, shit. But it's acting funny with that. Damn. When I go to merge the call on the All right. All right, hold on. All right, Troy, you on. Hold on. Let me see if I can call the bull back. This shit. I might just have to settle for
Yeah, hello.
Hey, hold on. Let me.
Seems like
Wait a minute. What happened to Troy? Okay. Okay. Now I lost Troy. Wait a minute.
Cents in.
Yeah, I'm trying to get everybody set up first. I don't know maybe I gotta restart the phone because where's Troy? What happened to Troy? What happens? Okay, in the meantime, okay, what's on your mind this afternoon? What's good?
Yeah, you were mentioning cheating. You just gotta charge it to the game, man. So
Charge it
like
to the
all
game?
that trust, yeah, yeah, all that trust shit, like like that's not paramount in a relationship. Because like I was mentioning before, like a few days ago, like uh, it's in human nature to like fantasize about other people, even if you're in a monogamous relationship. So like, I mean, you can be the best of you or whatever. Like, the other person's still gonna fantasize about other people. And it's just that because of society norms and the shaming tactics that's implemented when you entertain the idea of cheating, that's what constrained them to be loyal to you. But sometimes, that's not effective. So, they all fall into temptation,
Wait a minute. Hold
go
on a
with
second.
some.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What the fuck is going on here? This shit is weird. Um. Okay. All right. Hold on. No, no, no. Hang up. I'm going to call you back. I'm going to call you right back. All right. All right. I'm gonna restart. I already restarted the PC. I'm gonna restart the phone and see if that gets us where we supposed to be. All right. Dimples D's is in the house. What's going on, Dimples? How you feeling, man? Good to see you always, always. Ansel Jones says, if he or she cheated to get with you, will you trust them moving on to build something? Hey, if y'all cheated in order to get with each other, you got to eat that. Either you believe or trust that y'all only did it to be with each other, or you don't. If you're gonna be like, well, I know you cheating on me because you cheated to get with me, then like, what's the point? You can't move like that. So I don't know. Maybe my feelings on the topic is a little unorthodox, which is quite possible. Uh, Hold on, man. Let me see if I can add this call because this shit been acting a fool. All right. It's still not.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can merge them. That has to be the phone, not the app. That gotta be the phone, not the app. Uh, I'm gonna. I might have to disconnect them. Yeah. I'm. I'm a. Hold on. No. Mm-mm. This shit is taking up too much time. Yeah. All right. Man, fuck this merging shit. Yeah, they want to act funny today. It's not like Friday night. So we're gonna have to just do it like this. But I don't know if you heard what I was saying before. About the whole cheating thing. Like, you know, either I'm in or I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm gonna be out, then I might as well you know, drop the whole thing. But you can all of that just having one toe in the water. Look, I'm either go in this pool and dunk my whole body, or I'm gonna keep my clothes on. You know what I'm saying? So, but when we talk about reestablishing trust or rebuilding trust, you know, you gotta think you're building it. You're not just putting it back in motion. You're not flipping a switch. You gotta rebuild it. Now, the question I would have is, what if a person does not want to allow you to rebuild trust? I think.
Are you asking me that?
Yeah, like if a person doesn't want to allow you to rebuild trust, my question would be like, well, what do you want to do here? You know what I mean? And sometimes you have to ask a question, the question from somebody, even if you are. Yo, I'm getting mad feedback on your side, dog.
Who else?
Yeah. Hold on. All right. So yeah. Sometimes you have to ask somebody a question or get confrontational with them, even if you don't want to. There might be times when you really don't want to know the answer because you already know the answer, but you got to do it. Mm-hmm. You got to do it, because if you don't do it, then the respect has already diminished and you're not going to be able to get it back. Now, let me ask y'all this. What would you rather, if you had to choose to be with somebody without one of these, which one would it be? Respect or trust? If you had to choose to be absent of one of those entities, which would you choose? Would you be with this person without having trust, or would you be with this person without having respect? Troy?
I would be with that person. That's a good question. It's damn near hard to answer. You know, because you would want the trust, because without trust, there is no relationship. It's a breakdown in the relationship, but the respect carries a lot, just as much more weight as trust. Because if that person don't respect you, she damn sure ain't gonna trust you. I trust them, but I don't respect them. I just don't think it goes that way. So I mean, I don't think that it can work.
Well,
I don't think that it can work. I would rather have trust, but I don't think it can work, because now if you don't trust me, you feel as though you can come off ignorantly and disrespect me, and then it's not going to work.
What about the other way around? What if you are the one faced with whether you trust or respect? Which one would you take out of your feelings for somebody?
My feelings for somebody is I would trust them, but I can't say that I would disrespect them still.
No. I don't think you understand the question fully. If you had to move on with somebody, like you're going to stay with them, but you have to choose between whether you respect them or you trust them, but only one. Which one would you choose?
I would choose the respect part.
You would choose to respect them or not to?
I would choose to respect them.
All right. So you could deal with someone, you could deal with being with someone that you did not trust as long as you respected them?
I would work on, because I'm trying to understand the question, like, because like I just said in the beginning, if the shoe was on the other, if the shoe was on the other foot, and it was the other way around, I could deal with. When somebody coming at me, I would have to deal with I want to be trusted. I also want to be respected, but I want to be trusted. You know, and when it's me going towards somebody else, no, I would have to trust them. I would want to trust. I would rather have the trust. But like I said, it's like a damn if you do, damn if you don't question, because both of them go hand in hand. Trust and respect. You need to respect it. You want to trust. You trust in a person, but you gotta respect them.
I don't think they always go hand in hand. I don't think they always do.
Well, elaborate.
Okay. If I had to choose, taking this question into consideration, if I had to choose this, I would choose trust. Because even if I don't respect you, like, because you might have traits and characteristics that I don't respect. You might be loud, you might be obnoxious, you might be impatient, you might be violent, you might be an asshole. I don't respect that. I don't like the way you talk to people. I don't like your ways. I don't like your actions. But I can leave you in my crib and I ain't got to worry about you taking nothing. I ain't even got to worry about you going through my shit. You know what I mean? If I leave my kids with you, they're going to be in good hands. Because even though you toxic and shit like that, you're not going to fuck my kids up. You know what I mean? You're not going to violate them. You're not going to hurt them. So yeah, I may not respect you, but I can trust you. You do what you say you're going to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would have to have trust. I can't move with nobody I can't trust. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, just like you were saying, of course you want both, but you can't always have both. Now, with somebody towards me, if I had to choose between whether they trusted me or respected me, funny thing is, I would choose for them to respect me. I don't give a fuck if you don't trust me. I know that I'm gonna do what I'm going to do. I know I'm gonna do the right things. I know that I can be trusted not to fuck shit up. Whether you trust me or not does not affect whether I'm trustworthy. You just may not trust me, but you're going to respect me. That's one thing you're not going to be default of that at all. You're not going to be, there's going to be no deficit of respect. You're not going to be with me for one fucking minute without respect. I'll get your trust eventually. But you ain't going to be, talking to me any kind of way, treating me any kind of way, you know what I mean? Making me feel any kind of, there's going to be none of that. There's going to be none of that. Like, I wouldn't do that with you. Like, I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Have you out here looking all crazy, like you some nobody, or I mean, what am I with you for if I can't respect you, or if I don't respect you? And why would you be with me? Like, I don't know about none of them other niggas you've been fucking with, but you talk to them any old kind of way. You bring that shit over here, it's over, and it's not negotiable. And I've been in these situations before where chicks was used to coming out they face any old kind of way, to dudes and all that shit. Or they think this shit is a game. This ain't no fucking R&B song. This ain't no music video where they be fighting and fucking and all. I don't get down like that. I don't. So, we got to treat each other like we actually like each other. Love each other, whatever it is that you say. I'm not going to be calling you out your name and meaning it and all of that kind of stuff in the bedroom. Yeah, I kind of like that shit. But you ain't gonna be bitches and hoes and you know what I'm saying, all that kind of no, we don't do that. So yeah, when it comes to me, I would rather be respected. When it comes to somebody else, I would rather be able to trust them. If I had to choose between one or the other and not both. I know I could build up trust eventually. And I could get to the point where I could respect. If I could trust you, eventually I'm going to respect you. Especially if the trust that I have in you is solidified. But when we talk about, let's see, Stacey White said she'd rather have respect. Dimple D says that's a hard one. I would have to say trust because respect means value. Okay, all right. And yeah, I don't think we didn't have any other comments on that. But yeah, rebuilding trust is hard. But one thing I think, and you can straighten me out on this if I'm wrong, or anybody who's listening, in the chat or whatever, you can straighten me out if I'm off base with this. But I think that if you're going to rebuild trust, first of all, you need to decide whether it's even worth it. Because what am I trusting you for if we're going to be apart in anyway? And that's whether we're talking about a romantic relationship, a marriage, a friendship, or a job, or whatever, or partnership, or anything. If I'm not fucking with you, regardless, what difference does it make if I'm? What are you wasting time rebuilding trust with me for? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
So, one thing that 17-year-old chick taught me when I was 16, she said to me, and I never heard this before. She fucked my head up with this shit. She said, "Is we a is or is we a ain't?" And I said, "Well, goddamn. Is?" Yeah, I mean, she really fucked my head up at that time because she was straight confrontational. Like, look. Fuck all that bullshit. Is we a is or is we a ain't? Because if we a ain't, we ain't got that much to talk about. If we a is, let's get to it. I've been using that phrase. I mean, that's saying that question ever since. It made sense. A little chocolate ass, wise John. What a wild ass. But yeah, she was wild as shit. You know what I mean? Dark as shit, wild as hell, boy. That motherfucker there. But yeah. If you're not gonna be with the person, or you're not gonna move with them, what up, me so blessed? If you're not gonna do any of that, then what are we rebuilding trust for? If we are going to be together, all right, bet. So let's get a plan together. Let's get a plan to start rebuilding this trust. Maybe we didn't build it correctly the first time. Maybe we just gave our trust without thinking about any consequences, or without really assessing the situation. Maybe this time we need to say, okay, nah, we ain't just gonna grant the trust, but let's see what we can do to get it back. There's going to be, I think, like I said, you can straighten me out on this, and anybody else can straighten me out on this. there's going to be a certain level of trust that remains no matter what if y'all stay together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It may not be where you needed to be or where you wanted to be, but it's going to be there. It has to be there on some level. It has to. Because if you don't trust them at all, how do you know what the fuck y'all doing? You know? Like, like, all right, so I don't trust you not to cheat, but I definitely trust you, to take care of your kids. I trust you to not
get these bills together.
Right. Like you gonna make sure that you pay your share. You're going to be responsible, which is a form of trust and a form of respect. You just have to kind of build on that if you can. Some people can't rebuild trust because they still doing the same shit that they was doing, and they got a problem hiding it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, let's say you was getting high. Now, of course, while you're high, you claiming you're not going to do it no more because maybe that might be a point of contention in your relationship, partnership, whatever. So you always talking about how you not going to get high no more, how you change, you getting your shit together, you going to do better. You always talking like that. All right, cool. But at the same time, you still doing that shit. When your birthday come around, when a holiday come around, when some kind of the Eagles win a playoff game, I'm only doing it because of that. Well, you failing to rebuild the trust. You're not doing what you said you weren't going to do. I mean, or should I say, you're not doing what you said you were going to do. You said you were going to stop, and you haven't stopped. You keep making excuses to do it again, and you don't even have a fucking decency to at least keep it out of my sight so I don't lose respect and trust for you. Then, you might turn it around like, well, I work all week. I pay all my bills. Why can't I just get high, when everything is said and done? Oh, okay. So you pay the cost to be the loss because you ain't the boss. You paid the cost to take the loss. All right. So you don't want to rebuild this trust. Got it. Yeah. There's a lot to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And, but I don't see this as being as hard as we may be making it seem. It ain't that hard. To rebuild trust, but you got to be serious. If you're not serious, then you're playing around. And if you're playing around, somebody's gonna, get sick of it eventually, and shit is gonna happen. All right, now, I don't know how long you was listening, Troy, but I was talking about earlier in the show. I was talking about how, sometimes you have to move on without the trust, like in the case of like a job. You know what I mean? Like maybe your job is moving in ways that you don't like, and they're diminishing your ability to be able to trust them. You know what I mean? Like laying off people when they said it wasn't going to be no layoffs.
Right.
Setting up people to get fired, just before they're about to get their pension, shit like that. You know what I mean? Just before they're about to get their entitlements, shit like that. Like you watching this like, oh, okay. I see how y'all doing. And y'all want me to be a part of that kind of shit. Okay. So that down the line they're gonna do the same thing to you that they making you do to others.
Right.
But you might not be able to just be a whistleblower now or quit your job now. You might have to move on. Like, listen, I'm just going to get 52 more checks and then I'm out. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I know how these motherfuckers are, and they not even trying to rebuild trust with me. They don't give a fuck. They moving how they move. But look at how yeah, well, let me just finish that thought. Yeah. So you might decide to stay at that job even though you know you can't trust them. Look at the example with Target last year. They lost a lot of money off that DEI shit.
Yeah.
Lost a lot of money. And to get people to start shopping there again, they had to reverse their whole shit. Now the question is, did they rebuild trust? Because I don't think they did. I don't think they did. I don't think they did a very good job at rebuilding trust with their consumers, with their customers. I don't think they did a good job at that at all. But people gonna shop there anyway. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Moving on without the trust. Like, oh yeah, I see you, Target. I see how y'all do. But they got this, that, and the third for cheap. All right, Troy, I'm gonna try to merge this call. If it don't happen, then I'm gonna take his call and he gonna be the last call because I gotta get on up out of here anyway.
Okay.
So potentially I holler back at you. If not, then just stand by. Hey.
I don't know what's going on, but it kept.
Yeah, I know. I'm not even. I'm going to try. Nah, let me just let you go ahead and say what you got to say real quick, and then we got to get on up out of here. What's up?
Yeah, man. So like I was saying, yeah, trust is not. Trust shouldn't be implemented in a relationship because your spouse is always going to fantasize about the other. I mean, you can try to, you know, indulge in deep beliefs and into thinking that there's some type of loyalty, but you're always going to fantasize about other people in a relationship. So mentally, you're constantly cheating because you're not just attracted to one person. That's impossible. But to actually do the physical act is a different thing. But you're always like thinking about other people who are physically attractive, and you might indulge into like physical contact in your mind, despite abiding by the vows when you get married. So you should eliminate trust. I mean, there's no such thing as that because people are susceptible into like falling into temptation once the honeymoon phase is over. So you just gotta roll the dice and just hope that the person doesn't cheat. But if they cheat, just like charge it to the game. That's what I was trying to allude to.
Okay.
Yeah, like the other categories such as stealing money, lying. Lying is equal to cheating because once a person like is constantly doing it, then yeah, you just can't trust that person. Um, that's fall into the category as a habitual liar, and so you just gotta try to eliminate that person out of your vicinity and social network if you can. So, I mean, from my personal opinion, lying and cheating is on the same playing field.
Okay. So You think that just because you're attracted to somebody else, you're cheating just for that?
Yeah, in your mind, there's no such thing as uh, your other half, or you know, loving that person for eternity. If you truly believe in a monogamous relationship, like that's just not a thing. You're always going to be attracted to other people.
And that's cheating.
You're cheating in your mind.
Okay, listen, I need to get it established of whether if cheating in your mind is cheating or not. So can you put up
Yes.
with somebody cheating in the mind?
Yeah, because you have to think of it as a realist um, lens point of view.
So if being attracted to somebody else is cheating in the mind, then what's the point of having any discipline or loyalty?
Because of society norms. I mean, society dictates what is morally right and what's morally wrong, unfortunately. So, since society dictates that, there's a lot of peer pressure to abide by what is tacitly implemented. So, like in other countries or other cultures, polygamy is normal. So that wouldn't be considered immoral. But in Western society, I forgot what century, that was monogamous relationship was really implemented. But um, starting from that historical time period, that was the new norm. So, unfortunately, the mass population has to abide by that tacit agreement that you're expected to be quote unquote loyal to that person. But that's impossible because your mind starts to wander off and, infatuated with other people around you in your vicinity. It's just not possible not to cheat mentally,
Okay.
if you see my point.
I mean, I don't agree that lusting after somebody or being attracted to somebody is cheating. I don't agree with that at all. So
No.
because
No.
physically cheating is something I wouldn't put up with. Mentally cheating is something I would have to excuse because you can't stop a person from thinking. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying if you see something, you better not like it, as if you can
But that's
control
very,
that.
that's very egotistical of you, sir. I mean, what you're insinuating is that, like, you're just that dude. Like, there's no one above you.
What
You
are
know
you
what I'm
talking?
saying?
What do you mean by
Like,
that?
like, like, I mean, you're expecting a woman not to entertain other options. Like, you're her best option. So that's like very egotistical and grandiose.
No, it's just an expectation that I set and expect it to be followed through on. And if it doesn't, then you know,
All right. So you mentioned earlier in one of your shows that you're a supervisor, right, for some company.
no, not a
So you
supervisor,
have.
manager. Wait a minute,
Oh,
not a
okay.
supervisor. No,
Well,
no, no.
all right. So you're in a relationship or whatever. Um, and let's just say, she come across a dude that's, like, take no offense to this, all right? She come across a dude that's more like financially superior. He got, like he's popping. His social network is through the roof. He's a laureate in his industry. He's well accomplished. You're expecting a woman to be constrained to you for the rest of her life and not entertain that idea of being with uh the man who's more established than you. Can't you see from my point of view that's very egotistical?
Oh, I'm not saying that I'm not egotistical, but it's not about what somebody else will do. It's about what I will allow. If you let me know that you want to be with somebody else, then I'm going to let you be with somebody else. If we have it agreed upon that we're going to be together, then that's what we're going to be. Any other exceptions would not be acceptable, and there won't be any exceptions to it.
I mean, would you be hurt if she, you know, like become disloyal and cheat on a man that's more established than you? Like, would there be a time period where you're physically and mentally hurt by that?
I don't think you understand what I'm trying to say. If
No,
if I'm dealing with a woman and she cheats on me, then I'm going to let her go.
oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But will I feel bad about letting her go? It might not be easy. I might really love her, and it might be hard. So if you were listening to this show earlier, I said I've been cheated on before. I didn't necessarily leave right then and there. I don't react that way. I'm not the type of person that makes snap decisions, cutting off my nose to spite my face. So if it's a situation that I think can be worked out, then we'll go about working out. But it will have to be a situation that I really trust and believe can be worked out. Other than that, I'm not saying that no other man, like any woman that I deal with, would never think about another man or ever be with another man. I mean, shoot, they human beings. The thing is, will I allow you to be with another man and me at the same time? I have control over that. Even if the only control I have is to exit the situation, and I will make the choice about whether or not to do that. Nobody will make that choice for me. So if that makes me egotistical, then I'm egotistical from the beginning and all the way to the death.
So your reaction is going to be volatile. So you have no idea whether you're going to stay with the person or not. Is that what you're saying? So say if you caught a woman cheating, you're not adamant in your decision on whether you're going to leave her?
It depends on, I've had women that I loved a lot, and I've had women that I've loved, So,
I mean, did you experience like a grieving process when you found out that she was cheating, or did you immediately charge it to the game?
Grieving?
I mean, like, grieving sounds severe. I mean, like,
were my feelings hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah. My feelings may have been hurt. Yeah.
See, like
but there was no grieving. Listen, I'm not the type that mopes around and, listen, I mean, I'm I ain't saying I'm Iron Man or nothing like that, but I'm only going to leave if I feel like I can leave. Other than that, I might as well stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going to be all, sad and depressed and wishing that I had made a different decision, then I'm not going to make the decision to leave in the first place. But
yeah, I wish you had it. Yeah, go ahead.
But I mean, maybe my ego and mixed with anger allows me to detach. You know what I mean? If I feel like I'm being disrespected, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem detaching. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. But look, we got to go.
All right, man.
I appreciate you calling in once again. Hopefully we get the phone situation back the way it's supposed to be next time, and we'll all get on the call.
Yeah, just one thing. I wish you had a bigger platform so we could just make it a public service announcement to like men in the world that know what I'm saying? Like, just charge it to the game, man.
Well, the
Get
platform
up
can
off
get
that
bigger.
simp mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Have 10 of your friends, have 10 of your friends or more subscribe to the channel, and it'll grow. If we all do that, then the channel will definitely be the biggest platform. But it's not how many people you reach, it's how many people you reach. And what I mean by that is you can talk to 1 million people. 1 million people may not receive your message. And you can talk to 10 people, and 10 people might get it. So those 10 people are going to spread your message better than the 1 million that was really just there because the other 999,000 were there.
No, I see what you're saying. But all right, man, I'll let you go.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. It's my man Tom. Thanks for calling in. My man Troy, thanks for calling in. I appreciate y'all. All right, y'all. We're gonna do these birthday shout outs. We have some. Wait. Damn, man. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, man. I wanted to get at you. Let me see. Down. All right, cool. Okay, we have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious February 15th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Mia Claxton. Happy birthday to you. And also Stacy McMillan, Colleen Johnson, Angela Shaw, Shay Clark, Judith Jones Bowers, Destiny, Pamela Muhammad, Anissa Miller Young, and last but not least, my cousin Mary Haddison. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious February 15th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, trust is the easiest thing to lose, the hardest thing to get back. But if the two people or however many entities are there, it can be brought back. If you really think about how many celebrities, superstars have lost the trust of their audience, whether it was through their art or through their personal actions, their social interactions or whatever. Think about how many of them have gone under for good. And think about how many have climbed and clawed back. Look at a Kanye West. He manages to find his way back. R. Kelly, he found his way back before, and I bet you if he gets released in time before he's a senior citizen, he'll find his way back again. He's pretty close to being a senior citizen, so but yeah, still. Plenty of other superstars. Michael Jackson did it. Diddy will probably do it. You know, trust isn't the same thing. It's not dressed the same way for everybody. But there's a way for you to build it back if you're serious. if you're sincere. So, you know, whether somebody has unjustifiably lost trust in you, or if you have lost trust in somebody else justifiably, if you really are in there with that person, if you decided to still not separate, then the chance for the trust to be rebuilt is present, ever present. And if y'all going to be separated for good, then it doesn't even matter if that person rebuilds trust with you again. Think about it. I want to thank all of y'all for coming through, each and every one of y'all. I appreciate you. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Thanks to everybody in the chat. I hope y'all enjoyed listening to the show as much as I enjoyed broadcasting it. Shout out to Grown Woman Don't Try Me. Thank you for that super chat. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Y'all have the best day. No exceptions. And I'm going to get with you next time, my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Hi!